Today's video is brought to you by Card Kingdom, and right now you can get this sweet Scoop Soldier sticker when you order over at cardkingdom.com. Just mention in your order notes that you want a Scoop Soldier sticker when you go to checkout. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Abrew About Nothing. So last week, during our instant deck techs, it was our modern option that came out on top, Heliod Combo Company. So today, we are jumping into a modern league to see if we can win some games by going infinite with Heliod and Walking Ballista and Spike Feeder and friends. So, like usual, gonna do a super quick 2-minute refresher deck tech. If you want a full breakdown of the deck, make sure to check out the instant deck tech for Heliod Combo Company. I'll link it in the description, put a card up, all that kind of stuff. Before we jump into it, a super quick reminder. If you haven't already, it would be spectacular of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Heliod Combo Company. And this deck is a very focused combo deck. So step one of the combo, Heliod Suncrown. We actually have multiple ways that we can go infinite with Heliod. Sometimes we turn it into a 5/5, but mostly we're looking to take advantage of the putting counters on things when we gain life mode. Easiest combo is Spike Feeder. Spike Feeder, we can remove a counter from it. It comes into play with 2 to gain 2 life. That'll trigger Heliod to put the counter back. So basically, if we get a Spike Feeder and a Heliod, no extra mana or anything necessary, we just get to gain infinite life. And that's enough to beat most decks on its own. We also have a backup Heliod in Anafenza Kintree Spirit, which bolsters when a creature comes into play, a non-token creature, so another way to put counters on things. And this opens up another combo with Kitchen Finks. Kitchen Finks, when it dies, it comes back into play, gains us 2 life, it has Persist, and normally when it comes into play, it's got that -1/-1 counter, but either Heliod or Anafenza will put a +1/+1 counter on it, and then we kind of offset the counter, so we're back to a normal Kitchen Finks, which means if we have Viserys here, we can just sacrifice Kitchen Finks again and again and again and again. Another way to get infinite life in the deck. Eventually, as we scry through our entire deck with Viserys here, we can put Walking Ballista on top of our deck. Then we draw Walking Ballista, Heliod. If we can give Walking Ballista lifelink, just deals infinite damage to our opponent. So that's our big finish for closing out the game. Although a lot of times our opponent just scoops up to the infinite life. Otherwise, Galactic Company once upon a time add consistency to the combo to find our pieces. Noble Hierarch, Birds of Paradise speed it up. In theory, either of these on turn 1 lets us play Heliod on turn 2, Spike Feeder on turn 3, infinite life, close out the game. Ranger of Eos, Giver of Runes protect our combo. Ranger of Eos we can sacrifice to basically silence non-creature spells, and it tutors up Viserys here, Mana Dorks, Walking Ballista. Giver of Runes just sits out and gives things protection. Mana base, pretty typical modern stuff. A bunch of fetch lands, some shock lands, Horizon Canopy, a little bit of fast lands, a couple of snow-covered basics. In the sideboard, Veil of Summer gives us more protection, while Walking Ballista lets us get some more redundancy with combo pieces. For interaction, we got 4 pass, a couple of Thought Seizes. Mirror Crusader, really good against black-green decks. If our opponent can't kill it, it's a fast clock. We can put the Heliod counters on it, make it even bigger. Dampening Sphere for combo decks. And that is Heliod Combo Company for Modern. And that's our Much Abrew deck for this week. So let's jump into the league, see if we can win some games with Heliod Combo Company of Modern. Modern's back. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I will talk to you soon. All right, Much Abrew About Nothing time. We are moderning this week, playing some Heliod Combo Company, and we're going to keep this unfortunate. So the upside of this hand is we have infinite life on turn 4. The downside is we don't have a mana dork, so this is a little slower than we'd like. And ooh, all right, that is good news. Now we have infinite life on turn 3 potentially, and infinite life should beat Dredge. Well, Birds of Paradise go. So as long as okay, we'll see. Opponent mills a Creeping Chill, but no Dredger. Okay. Opponent gets another shot at an upkeep. All we gotta do is live long enough to resolve Heliod Spike Feeder. Opponent. Wow, does not upkeep mill. Interesting. Golgari Thug, Prized Amalgam. Land. And Cathartic Reunion. Here comes the dredging. Creeping Chill. Wow, is there not a Dredger? Oh, there's not another Dredger, is there? Okay. Down to 11. This is good. I believe this means we're going to live long enough. We should live long enough. Oh, All right, Snow-Covered Plains, Heliod, go. All right, opponent, kill us this turn or else we gain infinite life. And once we gain infinite life, I don't think Dredge can win. Like, our opponent can go through their entire deck, but they will mill out before we mill out. And, all right, there's a Conflagrate. Does that change things? They can Conflagrate for 6? and 2 blood gas puts us to 1? Okay, land, blood gas, prized amalgams. Well, let's see if they can kill us this exact turn. There's not a dredger in the graveyard, though. Opponent passes. Gets back. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. Now we should be set to win this game. Opponent has a draw step stop set. Well, we will 1, 2. Could our opponent have instant speed removal? Alright, whatever. I think we just go for it. Windswept Teeth. Run out Spike Feeder. Crack Windswept Teeth. Overgrown Tube. Untapped. Viscera Seer. Opponent tapping that mana is scary. That makes me think our opponent could actually have instant speed removal. Okay. Well, pass the turn. There is a window here. If our opponent can kill, well, we'll see. Pass the turn. Opponent draws. Goes to combat. Attacks, 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 attacks. Well, now is the time. Can you interact at instant speed, opponent? Conflagrate sorcery speed. Alright, so we gain life, which triggers Heliod. Counter on Spike Feeder. Oh, do we have it? Oh, okay. Alright, well, it looks like our opponent cannot interact, so now we just go infinite. And opponent, cannot interact at instant speed, and alright, that's what the deck can do. Opponent had a okay dredge start, but not okay enough to actually beat us. We don't actually have interaction for this deck, awkwardly. No graveyard hate. We're not a graveyard hate deck. We are a combo deck. Yeah, alright. I guess we run it back. I mean, I guess that's our plan, is just to race dredge. That sounds a little bit silly, but yeah, race them. Racing the dredge deck. I don't think we change anything. Alright, run it back. I mean, that was, I guess, fortunate that we drew the Mana Dork. If we were comboing on turn 4, it would have been too slow. But that's the modern way. I actually think we have to ship this hand. We have the Spike Feeder, but we don't have the white mana. Yeah, let's mulligan. Alright, this we can keep. We will put a Anafenza to the bottom. So we get to, once upon a time, Mana Dork. We have the Heliod. Alright, winning on opponent. How good is your start? Definitely awkward to be just trying to out Goldfish Dredge. It feels strange to not be trying to interact with Dredge. Opponent, gonna haggle. Stinkweed. Dredge's Narcomoeba. Okay, well, opponent's deck is doing what it's supposed to do. They did hit another dredger. Well, once upon a time, go digging. Ew, whiff on lands, that's awkward. Take Birds of Paradise. Land, crack it. Temple Garden, untapped, and yeah, I mean, since we're missing land drops, we have to run out Birds of Paradise. If we had hit lands, we probably would give her runes, but opponent dredges. 2 blood casts, and an Ox. Does our opponent have another land? Oh, no land? Okay, that's encouraging. Opponent, combat. Gets in, hits us. Down to 16. Oh, no land. Okay. Well, play Noble Hierarch. Noble, oh boy. If our opponent draws a land, we are so wrecked because of this Conflagrate. We really need no land one more time. Opponent, no land. Okay, no land. Staying alive. Opponent passes. We untap. Well, yeah, we'll pass. Yeah. Opponent, Shriekhorn. Ooh. Mills themselves. Hits a dredger. Well, it is all about this Coco. Opponent getting in, not getting in. All right, spin the wheel. Spike Feeder is what we really want. Oh, okay. Heliod Spike Feeder, and that should be game. And opponent scoops it up. Take that dredge. More unfair than the unfair decks. Thankfully, our opponent did run a little awkwardly. That helped, but you can see the power of this deck. That was a one land turn 4 kill. And last game we had infinite life on turn 3. That's the power of Spike Feeder Heliod. Whew. All right. I mean, there are some decks that can win through infinite life. In fact, Emrakul decks potentially that can keep shuffling back in their graveyard. But for the most part, infinite life going to be enough. And it's definitely enough against Dredge. We just go to 1,000,000 and then our opponent mills out before we do. So, well, that was good. That was very good. All right. Much Abrew about nothing time. We are playing some that's a lot of lands. Heliod Combo Company. We're going to mulligan that. That is just not enough lands to do anything. Okay, this is better. We will put Anafenza to the bottom. Yep, Anafenza to the bottom. Alright, opponent, Bloodstained Mire. Well, we will... I guess once upon a time, if we hit a Mana Dork, we want to play it. So we can Heliod next turn. Get it out of our hand before we get Thought Seized, preferably. Yeah, we'll take Noble Holiarch. The noblest of Holiarchs. Crack this. Grab a Temple Garden. Untapped. And Noble Holiarch. Go. Probably gonna die, but it's worth a trying at least. Once Upon a Time is so good. Opponent. Cracks Bloodstained Mire. Stomping Grounds tapped. Blood Crypt. Alright, looks like Jund. Apparently. Oh, it's Dredge? Boy, everyone's dredging. Dredge, dredge, dredge. Alright. Opponent dredges, Creeping Chills. Okay, sure. 2 Creeping Chills. And some Blood Gas, and some more Dredgers. Well, yeah. Down to 11. Opponent. Passing. Well, Razor Verge Thicket. How do we do this? Let's 1, 2, 3. Ugh. We need 2 more turns. How do we live 2 more turns? Can we live 2 more turns? Land gets back Bloodghast Prized Amalgam. Alright. Actually, I think we just run out Heliod. Heliod is the highest upside line in the sense that it gives us draws that just win us the game. Like, if we just top deck Spike Feeder, we win. Otherwise, we could top deck Viscera. Otherwise, we need to Ranger to get Viscera to go with the Kitchen Finks Heliod. And we'll see. Opponent should have a handful of Dredgers since they just put them all back in their hand. Opponent. Oh, please not another. Okay, Loam's back some lands. Sure, that could be worse. So land gets Bloodghast, which will get a Prized Amalgam. Untapped. Bloodghast. Not hasty, though, thankfully. Alright, let's just draw Coco or Spike Feeder. Either one would be acceptable. Cycles Forgotten Caves to Dredge. Ooh, another Creeping Chill. Alright. That does make Bloodghast Days deal. This is going to be super close. At least we got through basically all the Creeping Chills. So we're going to 6. Can we hit a card that gains us infinite life? Opponent. Yup. Prized Amalgam. No. So, in that case, we will... This is actually interesting. We're at 6. We can Ranger Captain of Eos. Make our opponent not cast spells. Is that enough, though? Not necessarily. Ugh. This is going to have to get a dual land, though, for Viscera here. This is interesting. Well, awkward. Yeah, alright, 1, 2, 3. Kitchen. Oh, do we have to leave that untapped? But then we got to shock ourselves. Ugh, this is so rough. Because this is going to have to get black. Yeah, alright, 1, 2, 3. Kitchen Finks. I guess this is all we can do. Get a kitchen, play Kitchen Finks. Go up to 8. Put a counter on Noble Hierarch. Marsh Flats, pass the turn. Ooh, I think this is our best bet. Although none of this is ideal. It's very possible we're just dead here. Opponent. Oh, 2. Dredges 2 Conflagrates. Well, now we're dead. Opponent can loan back lands. Conflagrate for lethal. Yep. All right. Conflagrate does it. Sure. Well, we were a little too slow. Against Dredge, we can't interact with them. They can't really interact with us. So against Dredge, what we mostly want to do is just combo off before they can kill us. Our hand, not as fast as it could be. We had to play it a little bit slowly on the mulligan, and it just wasn't fast enough. We needed the Spike Feeder. Thankfully, we're going to be on the play for game 2, which should work in our favor. Boy, apparently Dredge is popular on Magic Online at the moment. Still scary to just not have Graveyard 8 against Dredge, but I guess we do need our Graveyard for the Kitchen Finks combo, so we can't really rest in peace. This hand is pretty bad, so we'll mulligan. Okay. We will keep. We will put Ballista to the bottom. We will Once Upon a Time. We will take a snow. I think we have to take a land here. Take a Windswept Heath. Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Snow-covered forest. Opponent cap 7, which isn't great for us. Pass the turn. Copperline Gorge. And what are we? Shriekhorning or Haggling? Conflagrate. Yup. Yeah. Opponent passes. I'll play Windswept Heath. Crack this. Snow-covered plains. Ranger Captain. Take a Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. Opponent might just be conflagrating to discard their hand here. It does very much slow us down. What we're trying to get to is, at some point, Collected Company could hit both of our combo pieces. Is it Conflagrate time? Alright. Conflagrate. Kills everything. Opponent passing. Discards a bunch of dredgers. Well, we will play Birds of Paradise. Marsh Flats. Pass the turn. Alright, Coco. Save us. Hopefully our opponent does not also have... Alright, opponent dredges. Hopefully they don't have a way to draw a bunch of cards this turn. They can't Conflagrate. They don't have enough... they can't Cathartic Reunion. Don't have enough cards for Cathartic Reunion. Haggles. That's a good one. Dredges. Alright. Narcomoeba Conflagrate. Sure. So Narcomoeba comes back. Opponent. Passing. Well, crack Marsh Flats. Take a Temple Garden. Down to 14. Once upon a time. I guess we take Heliod. Razor Verge Thicket. Pass the turn. Alright, Coco. It's up to you. Opponent. Untaps. I assume they dredge Loam and make a land drop for their Bloodghast. So we're basically opening to spin into Heliod plus Spike Feeder. That's our best hit. With Heliod in hand, though, alright, there's Loam. Gets back lands. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. Well, the coast is clear. Bloodghast. Opponent. Combat. Gets in. Hits us. Alright, Coco. Be good, be good, be good. Collected Company. Spike Feeder is what we need. Alright, Spike Feeder and Viscera Seer. And now we're good. Now we got infinite life. Heliod. And now we combo. Remove a counter. Counter back on Spike Feeder. And opponent, yeah, Dredge cannot be infinite life. And we were fast enough that time. Play draw seems like a pretty big deal in this matchup. We are fast enough on the mulligan with our opponent wrathing our board with Conflagrate. Alright. We don't have a sideboard against Dredge, so run it back. Try to out Goldfish him. That was our lucky Heliod, too. We have one lucky Heliod. The constellation that I got for a Commander Clash episode. And the rest are the normal cheap ones. Vote it. On the draw for game number 3. That's scary. Definitely scary. This is a hand that I would keep against fair decks, but I don't think Giver of Runes, turn 3 Kitchen Finks is going to beat Dredge, so... oh, dear. Alright, well, I guess we keep going. Opponent's also doing some mulliganing. Okay. We will put a Godless Shrine and Horizon Canopy to the bottom. Opponent's down to 4, but they're playing Dredge, so cards in hand is not really a concern in Dredge. Like, if you can get a Dredger in your graveyard, you don't really care. For the most part, how many cards you have in hand. Obviously, you'd rather have a 7-card hand that can do that, but really, like, the graveyard value is what Dredge is about. This might mean, though, that our opponent's hand could be a little slow. We can hope and pray. Well, once upon a time, take Heliod, Windswept Heath, crack Windswept Heath, Temple Garden, untapped, Birds of Paradise, go. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have Dark Blast out of the sideboard. That would be brutal. Stomping Grounds, tapped, sure. Come on, no Cathartic Reunions to discard Dredgers. Blood Crypt, untapped. Looks like our opponent does have it. Ooh, just loaming back a land? Okay, that's acceptable. Well, play the land, play Giver of Runes, pass the turn. Opponent, gonna dredge. Not very good dredging. Although Forgotten Cave is decent. That does give our opponent redraws with their loam. Loam's back lands. So they get another dredge if they want. We need to find a Spike Feeder primarily. Yep. Forgotten Cave hits a Bloodghast in lands. Well, we will... denied a Dredger, though. We will, one spot at a time. Spike Feeder. There's a Spike Feeder. We will take it. Untap. Heliod. And alright. I think we're in decent shape. Opponent has to somehow interact with our combo through a Giver of Runes. Boy, this deck is so consistent with Once Upon a Time. About it. Loam's back lands. Wooded Foothills. Bloodghast. Sure. You do that, Bloodghast. So opponent needs double removal spell somehow, which I don't think they have. Opponent passes. We untap. Oh, that makes it even easier. All right, so 1, 2, 3. We play Spike Feeder. We gain infinite life. We win the game. And opponent, gonna scoop it up to infinite life, hoping that they will be on a YouTube video. Super awesome, very friendly fan from Brazil. So super fun match. Although Dredge, yeah, but super fun opponent, I should say. The match itself, whatever. Dredge versus Goldfishy combo. It's modern. That's what you do. But opponent was super friendly and awesome. So yes. Good match, opponent. Good games. And thanks for the conversation. Well, all right, Heliod, Spike Feeder. Still doing it. Race and Dredge with no graveyard hate. What a world! What a world! I don't know if I've ever played a deck that just is like, Dredge, no graveyard hate. We'll just be faster. We'll gain infinite life before you can kill us. And it's working! Alright. Sweet. Alright. Much Abrew about nothing time. We are looking to go infinite with... Okay. I mean, I guess this is a resilient hand. It's not super close to comboing, but we do get a look at something with Once Upon a Time. We're looking to gain infinite life and combo off with Heliod. Yep, our friend Heliod. Opponent. Passes. Well, that's Once Upon a Time. We will take... Oh, boy. I guess Viscera's here. This is... somewhat awkward, I would say. Yeah, this hand is nowhere near comboing off. Maybe we should have went to 5. It is London. Let's give her runes. Go. Opponent. Got the bolt. Opt. Alright. So, how can we combo off with this hand? Anafenza, Kitchen Finks, Viscera is a way we can go infinite. Opponent. Are we getting stormed? We're getting stormed. All right, this is concerning. Well, Marsh Flats, crack it. Take a Godless Shrine. Birds of Paradise. Giver of Rudes. But I'm expecting we just die here, would be my prediction. Opponent. Boy, Modern is just Goldfish top format, isn't it? We've played Dredge, Storm. No one interacts with each other. Everyone just trying to be the first to combo. Opponent. 3 mana, that is, off Pyretic Ritual. Usually if Storm gets to untap with Brawl, they win. Desperate Ritual, Splice's Desperate Ritual. And what, Gifts? Gifts. And yeah, I mean, that does it. We haven't played Modern in a minute, so we'll sit through the combo for a bit. But after there's a Gifts, the combo is pretty deterministic with a Brawl out. Yeah, pretty typical pile. So no matter what we choose, our opponent's going to get to Past in Flames, which gets them to Gifts again. The Gifts will get them to Grape Shot, and then Grape Shot gets them to Lethal. And our opponent has multiple cantrips, 5 rituals, and a Brawl. So Past in Flames. All right. And yeah, this is just, there's no possible way of fizzling at this point. They just recast their graveyard, Past in Flames, keep looping, Past in Flames, Grape Shot win. So we will scoop it up. Hopefully I explained it well enough that people know why we're dead, but yeah. That's how the Storm combo works in Modern. All right. Well, we got Damping Spheres. Damping Spheres are good. We have Thought Seizes. This is actually interesting. Damping Spheres, Thought Seize, and Path are all cards that can be helpful. The question is, I think Infinite Life does win against Storm. They're going to draw more cards than us. How do we make room for this interaction? We can probably trim some Giver of Runes. Opponent isn't really interacting with us. We can trim Anafenza, trim the Kitchen Finks part of the combo. Ranger Captain of Eos does have some value at fizzling the combo. And maybe one Viscera here. So we're going to go more all in on the Spike Feeder part of the combo, and less on the Kitchen Finks, Viscera, Heliod aspect. We get to play first, which should be helpful. We mostly just want Damping Sphere. Ugh. All right, this is fine. We have Once Upon a Time. If Once Upon a Time whiffs on lands, then we're in the worst of shape, but as long as it hits a green source. All right. Verdant Catacombs. Crack it. Temple. Actually, can we take Overgrown Tomb? Yeah, I better take Temple Garden, I guess. Temple Garden, Birds of Paradise. So we're not especially close to winning, but we are going to get down to Damping Sphere, which should mean our opponent is also not especially close to winning. Certain Visions. That's our hope anyway. And then we start looking for Heliods and so forth. Opponent, 2 to the top. Well, we will play Snow-Covered Plains, play Giver of Runes, Damping Sphere, pass the turn. Spire Bluff for our opponent. Sleight of hand. So opponent's going to have to find an answer to Damping Sphere. And we need to find our combo. Windswept Teeth. I think we have to Kitchen Finks to actually get a clock going. Kitchen Finks, gain some life. Yeah, we're not going to attack with Giver of Runes here. Pass the turn. All right, opponent ops. Well, now the question is, can we kill our opponent before they find a way to bounce Damping Sphere? Spire Bluff. If only Giver of Runes could protect artifacts. All right, there's a Brawl. So our opponent is probably setting up for the win next turn, most likely. Crag Windswept Teeth, Overgrown Tomb. I think our best draw is just Coco, because that could hit our infinite life combo. Opponent will find an answer to Damping Sphere eventually. Thoughtseize would also be relatively fine. Our big problem is our clock is pretty slow. Two cards on top. That's not a great sign. Opponent passes. Play Noble Hierarch. Windswept Teeth. Damping Sphere Part 2. And we'll see. We'll see what bounce spell our opponent finds. This does let us play around like one bounce spell. Get away Kitchen Finks. Opponent goes to 16. We pass the turn. All right. What answer do you have? Please let it not be Echoing Truth. Sleight of Hand. Ooh, that's good news. That's not an answer. About it. Yeah, 2 Damping Spheres mean their spells are going to be expensive, even with Brawl out. All right. Ops to the top. Jeez, I think every Scries went top. Fiery Islet. Well, keep thinning the deck. Crack our Windswept Teeth. Grab a Temple Garden, I guess. Come on, Coco. Opponent passes. Play Horizon Canopy. I guess we use our planes. Sack Horizon Canopy. Draw a card. Noble Hierarch. I guess that technically... Does it speed up our clock? Not really. Get in with the Kitchen Finks. Opponent goes to 11. Okay, bolts our face. Interesting. Island. Metamorphose. There's no way our opponent's going to combo off through 2 Damping Spheres. If they remove the Damping Spheres, we'd almost certainly die immediately. But there's no way. There's not enough rituals in the world to fight through double Damping Sphere. Opponent. Okay, gifts ungiven. Sure. Well, this is going to be interesting. Oh, we're super close to killing our opponent. But this gifts... Oh, opponent scoops it up. All right, cannot get out from under the double Damping Spheres. All right, that is our recipe for success. Draw all the Damping Spheres until our opponent scoops. All right. Can we also get in Veil of Summers? How much do we sideboard? Are we over? Maybe we go down Kitchen Finks altogether? Maybe we just like forget that whole half of the combo and we're just like Heliod, Spike Feeder. That's what we're doing. Let's try that. Heliod Spike Feeder, no Finks, no Anafenzas. We're just all in on Heliod Spike Feeder and then protecting Damping Sphere. Okay, we got a Damping Sphere. We'll try it. Opponent keeping 7, sure. I mean, this hand's not great, but it has Damping Sphere. And Damping Sphere is our best card. Sleight of hand for our opponent. And, well, that's Once Upon a Time. We would play a Mana Dork if we hit it. Birds of Paradise, sure. Snow-Covered Forest, Birds of Paradise, go. Veil of Summer and Thoughtseize, I think is what we'd like to draw the most here. Opponent, gonna run out a Brawl. Members the Birds. All right, and passes. Verdant Catacombs, crack it. Temple Garden, untapped. And yeah, we're gonna run it out. If they got 1 mana counter, that's sad. Okay, opponent ops. Sure, pass the turn. Opponent, Snow-Covered Island. And Electromancer. Well, Windswept Teeth, crack it. Snow-Covered Plains. Ranger Captain. Grab... I guess we just take Ballista. Pass the turn. Ranger Captain can offer us some protection. We can sacrifice it at a inopportune time to fizzle our opponent's combo, potentially. Opponent. Gifts ungiven. Opponent does know about the Walking Ballista. It's going to be interesting. Ritual, brawl shenanigans. How do we do this? I think we mill the 2 rituals. Opponent. Passing. Okay. Ooh, Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is decent. 1, 2, 3. Alright, Verdant Catacombs. Crack Verdant Catacombs. Take a Overgrown Tomb. Untapped. Thoughtseize our opponent. Opponent Metamorphoses. Sure. Well, let's see what's in the hand. Past in Flames. Gifts. Empty. Wow, that's a stocked hand. So I think we take gifts, go to combat, attack our opponent, Damping Sphere number 2, pass the turn. So opponent can, shenanigans, sure. We knew about that. Opponent gets in, hits us, down to 9. Opponent has 1 unknown card. So what we want to do, our game plan is, opponent's leaving up their mana, interesting. Well, go to combat. Attack our opponent. Hit our opponent to 10. Horizon Canopy. Ballista X2. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Actually, stop on our opponent's draw step. See if they dredge. Opponent dredges, so we will sack Ranger Captain. Alright, I think this should win us the game. Opponent. Brawl. Opponent has 1 unknown card. That's the only question, what that card is. If it's an instant speed way to interact, then they got us. Otherwise, we just go infinite with Ballista and win. Opponent gets in. Yeah, we're definitely not blocking. We know 3 of the cards in our opponent's hand. There's only 1 we don't know about. What is that 1 card? Opponent passes. I mean, we got to go for it. We don't have another choice here. Well, 1, 2, and 3. Heliod. What's the 1? What's the 1 card? About it. What is it? Resolves. All right. Activate Heliod. What is it? Come on. Come on. Yes! Post scoops it up! Navigating our way through Storm! And the kids are already eating. We're 3-0. And so far we've played 3 degenerate goldfishy combo decks. Dredger and Storm. And we've bested them all. Bested them all! Out-comboing the combo decks. All right. Heliod, crushing it. Crushing it. Sweet. All right, much brew about nothing time. We are, this hand's pretty good. We are looking to go infinite with Heliod in Pioneer. In Modern, rather. I don't know why I said Pioneer. Looking to go infinite with Heliod in Modern. And this hand is actually pretty solid. We have a Once Upon a Time. We have the Heliod. So we basically need a Spike Feeder. Well, that's Once Upon a Time. Let's just take a land, I think is safest. Yeah, take a fetch land. Temple Garden. Noble Hierarch. If nothing goes wrong, we get to Heliod this turn into Collected Company to look for, alright. Some sort of tribal deck. Humans, sure. Ether Vial, yup. Well, we will Verdant Catacombs, crack Verdant Catacombs. Take a Snow-Covered Forest, and Heliod, pass the turn. And alright, opponent's gonna need a way to interact with this Collected Company, or else if we hit Spike Feeder, we just win. Opponent takes up Vial. So opponent probably needs Kite Sail Freebooter, I assume. Meddling Mage on Company, maybe. Ziggurat. Okay, Thalia, that does technically slow us down a little bit. Opponent passes. We draw Godless Shrine. Well, we will play Anafenza. Play Windswept Teeth. Pass the turn. This does mean we gotta wait 1 more turn. Opponent untaps. Vial goes up to 2. Kind of wish we had kept the second Noble Hierarch now. If I had known we were gonna end up with 1,000,000 lands. Unclaimed territory. Opponent. Thalia's Lieutenant. Grow in the Dorks. Sure. Combat. Getting in. No blocks. Down to 14. You can't dismember. You also are locked under Thalia. We will grab an Overgrown Tomb. See if they have a freebooter. Apparently not. Play the land, go to combat, attack. Opponent Vials. Thalia's Lieutenant. Grows the Dorks. All right, and this is where we Coco. See if we can hit a Spike Feeder. All right, there's Spike Feeder and Ranger Captain of Eos. Do some bolstering. Grow Noble Hierarch. Grow Noble Hierarch. Tutor for Walking Ballista. And now we gain a bunch of life. And opponent, infinite life, scoops it up, taking down the fair decks along with the unfair decks. And boy, this deck actually feels really strong. All right. Nice try, humans. We will bring in another Walking Ballista, because Ballista's just good against our opponent's deck in general. I think we'll go down to Viscera Seer, go down an Anafenza, go down a Kitchen Finks, maybe one more Anafenza, and bring in 3 paths. We might want all the paths. Let's go down one Giver of Runes, too. Bring in all the paths, bring in a Walking Ballista, run it like that. And so far, we have just been crushing people with this deck. Maybe this deck is just, like, legitimately really strong about it. Well, okay. I mean, opponent could interact with us, but this is infinite life on turn 3. Ziggurat, opponent. Champion of the Parish. Well, Razor Verge Thicket. Noble Hierarch, go. Also, this is a hand that doesn't really care about Kite Sail Freebooter. Although Meddling Mage would slow us down. Also doesn't care about Thalia. Doesn't really care about much outside of Meddling Mage. Champion of the Parish. Growing the Dorks. And Noble Hierarch. Yeah. Well, we will see. Opponent's going to get in. Sure. Hits us. Down to 60. Well, Vern Catacombs. Crack it. Grab a snow-covered forest. Play Heliod. And pass turn. See if our opponent can kill us or stop the Spike Feeder. In a perfect world, our opponent just taps out for a threat and tries to kill us, and then we gain infinite life, and the game essentially ends. I mean, this is the reason to play the deck. That we could just, like, go off on turn 3. We even have our lucky Heliod. That means it's got to work out, I think. Vote it. Considering their possibilities. So what are we afraid of? Like random Deputy of Detention type stuff from the sideboard. Meddling Mage on Spike Feeder. Considering we have Spike Feeder Tron in hand. I feel like our opponent has Meddling Mage, but they're not sure how to cast it. Opponent, Meddling Mage. Let's see what the name is. All right, name Spike Feeder. That is unfortunate. Now we need to draw a Path Exile. Opponent gets in. An opponent also has a very fast clock. All right, Path off the top. Opponent also going to Dismember. Ugh. Yeah, they might have us here. Windswept Teeth. Well, play Giver of Runes. Windswept Teeth. Pass the turn. Yeah, Meddling Mage was very good. Reflector Mage. All right, yeah, that kills us. All right, well, that a little bit rough. We did not draw a removal spell, and we had 3 Spike Feeders in hand when our opponent found that Meddling Mage. Not ideal, I would say. Yeah, run it back. We get to be on the play, which is going to make this hopefully harder for our opponent if we have a decent hand. We will play first. Okay. This hand's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. Once upon a time. Yeah, that's a whiff and a half. We will take, I guess, Noble Hierarch? Yeah, none of these cards are that good. Take Noble Hierarch, play the land, play Noble Hierarch, pass the turn. Gonna need to find some combo pieces. Opponent, Cavernous Souls. My guess is they name human. They do. And going to Dismember, sure. Well, ooh, Path is nice. We will play Noble Hierarch, Godless Shrine, and Giver of Runes. Pass the turn. Ancient Ziggurat. Galactic Company would be our best draw here. Opponent. Meddling Mage. Names. Heliod. Yeah, passes. Well, play Horizon Canopy. Play Giver of Runes. Kitchen Finks. And, yeah, we're not going to get in with Giver. It's tempting, but I don't think it's worth it. Opponent. Ziggurat. Still no actual mana. Looks like a Mantis Rider. Sure. Opponent. Gets in with Mantis Rider. Down to 16, we untap. Play Horizon Canopy. Get in with Kitchen Finks. Hit our opponent. Pass the turn. Well, we might be on the backup beatdown plan here. Opponent. Thalia's Lieutenant. Okay. Grows the Dorks. Horizon Canopy. Opponent goes to combat. Gets in for 4. And let's Sack Horizon Canopy, draw a card. All right, we'll take 4. Since we drew Heliod, we would like to kill this Meddling Mage. Get rid of Meddling Mage. Untap. Horizon Canopy. Heliod. Combat. Get in with Finks. Bone it. All right. Yeah, we're going to spend some life to gain even more life. Lifelink. Hit our opponent. Grow Giver of Runes. Pass the turn. With 2 Giver of Runes, it's going to take a lot of removal spells for our opponent to get out of this. Opponent adapts. Well, the beatdown win is a thing our deck can do, apparently. Aether Vial. That is very acceptable. And Plague Engineer. Okay. This actually isn't that helpful. I guess it kills our Noble Hierarch? Yup, that's fine. Opponent gets in. We will take it. Untap. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Opponent's got to block something. Blocks and blocks. Sure. We get back Kitchen Finks. We replace the counter on Kitchen Finks. Ranger Captain of Eos. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we could have went infinite there. Well, that's on me. Oh, boo. Well, if we lose this game, it is 100% my fault. If we had not tapped our black mana, we would have won on the spot. Or at least gained infinite life on the spot. Well, we will see. Vials in a 1-drop. It's Champion of the Parish. 3 mana. Reflector Mage. All right. Looks like we are going to be unpunished for that pun. We will Heliod, Pro Blue, and now we should have it. Unless our opponent has a sneaky Surgical Extraction, gets it, hits us. All right, slight puntage, but no punishment. Untap, Viscera, Sack Kitchen Finks, gain life. An opponent scoops it up, and we're up to 4-0. Huh, not as clean as it could have been, but taking down the humans. So apparently we can beat decks with interaction too. We can race the combo decks, beat the fair decks. Maybe this is just like a real deck in Modern. All right, sweet, sweet, sweet. 4-0, 4-0. We'll take it. All right, much brew about nothing time. We are Helioding in Modern. And this hand's missing a Spike Feeder, but we got a Heliod, we got Manadors, we got 2 Heliods. Seems reasonable enough here. If we draw into Spike Feeder, we just get the turn 3 infinite life. If not, we can like Kitchen Finks and do that type of stuff. Scalding Tarn for our opponent. Horizon Canopy and Noble Hierarch. Go. Opponent cracks. Steam Vents. All right, so Storm or Control. All right, looks like Control. Storm doesn't usually, well, I guess Storm does have bolts. It could be Storm. Opponent, land. Well, we will Noble Hierarch. Windswept Teeth, go. Opponent cracks. All right, Ice Fang, Coatl. So some sort of Teamery mid-range deck by the looks. This will be interesting. Opponent. Oh, is this is probably Niv? 5-color Niv, maybe? Prismatic Vista gets a island. Oh, it's a Saheeli deck. So he could just get copycatted out of this game. Leaves a card on top. Ugh, sure. Well, crack Windswept Teeth. Take a Overgrown Tooth. Untap. How can we win this game? Can we win this game? Oh, this is really awkward, but I think we have to run out this Ballista. Because the Ballista can stop the copycat combo. All right, what do you got, opponent? This is our only main deck Ballista, so once Ballista goes away, we do lose infinite damage. But we can't afford to just get copycatted out of the game. This also does turn on the possibility of just winning. Oh, all right. If our opponent whiffs here, we win. Oh, hits a Helix. Oh, wow. All right, all right, all right. That's brutal. What a spin for our opponent. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. If our opponent does not hit a removal spell there, it's just game over. The game ends on the spot, but they hit the removal spell, and now we are in trouble. Well, we will play Heliod, play Windswept Teeth, but there's a good chance we're dead if our opponent has a Copycat. What a Bloodbraid spin! Could have been an Ice Fang Coatl, some other random thing, but it was the removal spell for the Ballista. Also of note, Infinite opponent has a Teferi. Also of note that Infinite Felidar Guardians technically be infinite life. Opponent passes, we draw. Visceraseer. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Heliod. Visceraseer. Pass the turn. Well, alright, opponent. If you got it, you got it. And they got it. Whoa. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, the magic gods might have betrayed us a little bit there. Whoo! Spin it to win it. And our opponent definitely spun it and won it as a result. Well, Ballista in. Thought Season. Oh, wow. All right. Anafenza out. Anafenza out. Kitchen Finks out. We probably need... I guess some number of Path to Exiles. Whoo! Whoo, boy! Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, that was a little bit unfortunate. Oh, I want the 5-0. We're so close to the 5-0. Our opponent hit that oh, we had the infinite damage. Oh, I think we had to run out the Ballista there, but... Oh, all right. Well, we get to play first, which is good. All right, we'll keep this, although... We're a little light on mana, which is concerning. We will take an Overgrown Tomb, untapped, play a Birds of Paradise, pass the turn. Can we draw a land? Can we draw a land? Opponent. Scalding Tarn, Giver of Runes. Well, we will Thought Seize our opponent. Saheeli Helix, Meddling Mage. I'll take Meddling Mage. Play Noble Hierarch. Unfortunately, we're missing land drops. Land would have been helpful there. Opponent, crack Scalding Tarn. We're going to lose a Mana Dork to this Helix. Opponent gets a Stomping Ground. If we draw land, we can get to infinite life pretty quick. Opponent, Prismatic Vista, cracks it. So this has got to be Helix, I assume. Yep. Snow-covered plains, Lightning Helix. Takes down Noble Hierarch. Well, we untap. What do we draw? All right, Temple Garden, untapped. Run out Heliod. Pass the turn. Opponent. Land. Saheeli. Sure. Yup. Scries to the bottom. Well, yeah, I think we gotta run it out, unfortunately. Spike Feeder. Gain a bunch of life. Pass the turn. So as long as this sticks out, we be infinite Felidar Guardians. Because we can gain life after our opponent stops making them. Icefang Quaddle. Sure. Copies Icewing Quaddle. Sure. Opponent's digging desperately. Prismatic Vista on Thin Ice. Well, alright. Now we gotta do this for a long time. So gain life. I don't know how far we go, since our opponent can make infinite Felidar Guardians. It does go pretty quickly, at least. Alright, we'll call that good. And then we remove a counter. Put a counter on Birds of Paradise. Remove a counter. Put a counter on Birds of Paradise. Opponent passes. We untap. Now let's, once upon a time, take Windswept Teeth. Play Windswept Teeth. Crack Windswept Teeth. Take a Snow-covered Plains. Giver of Runes. Noble Hierarch. Pass the turn. If our opponent has Guardian, they do win here. They can make more Guardians than our life total. Opponent scries. Did they find it? Plays a land. Bloodbraid. Okay, so opponent doesn't win. Hits a Teferi. What is it going to bounce is the question. All right, bounces Giver of Runes. Well, we will play Collected Company. Kitchen Finks. Spike Feeder. Gain some life. Counter on... I guess Noble Hierarch. Visceraseer. Pass the turn. Alright, so now we have multiple ways to gain infinite life. So we don't just die to Felidar Guardian. Opponent gets a Forest. Untaps. Ghost Quarter. Takes up Teferi. Gonna copy Quaddle. Sure. Draws a card. Quaddle draws a card. Opponent's gonna need to find some instant speed interaction because... we can scry until we find Ballista. Opponent. Okay, another Teferi. Alright. So, I'm not sure what we're scrying for now. Alright, opponent scoops it up. We didn't technically have the win, but we would have been able to find something, hopefully. All right. One more. One more for the 5-0. Yeah, all right. Run it back. See if we can. Wow, go 5-0 with Heliod and Spike Feeder. The downside of this matchup is it is one of those matchups where infinite life is not a guaranteed win, but yeah, all right, we'll keep this. Prismatic Vista, opponent passing. Well, we will, once upon a time, take Heliod, Verdant Catacombs, crack it, Temple Garden, untapped, Noble Iron, go. Island for our opponent, passing. Well, we will Windswept Heath, crack Windswept Heath, take a snow-covered forest, and Heliod, pass the turn. Opponent, yeah, gonna Coatl, sure. Well, let's see what our opponent finds. Snow-covered forest, passes. Well, we will Spike Feeder, Overgrown Tomb, tapped, and gain infinite life. All right. Yeah. Remove a counter. And we'll go to like 50, I guess, and stop for now. All right. Go to 50, pass the turn. And opponent scoops it up. Huh! 5-0! 5-0! All right. The kids are eating good on Much Abrew this week. Well, apparently Heliod and Spike Feeder's a real deck. Let's crack open some treasure chests. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. All right. Yeah, this deck feels semi-legit to me. Well, 11 chests to open. A feast for the kids. Eldrazi Conscription. Nothing really of value in that one. Conscription's a sweet card, but not worth anything on Moto. 25 play points. 25 play points is fine value, but it just looks bad in the treasure chest to not have... Ooh, Batterskull. Batterskull... Actually, I don't think it's worth that much, unfortunately, because it's got a very high supply promo on Moto. 2 ticks. That's something. Chests right now are like 2.2 ticks, so almost the value of a treasure chest. 50 play points. Good amount of play points, but still, no sweet cards. Booby trap. Someday that might be an against odds card. It's a rough one though. 50 play points, Night Howler. Well, we haven't hit much of high value, honestly. Stony Silence. I don't know if that's worth as much anymore because 25 cents. It used to have value, but now that everyone's playing Pioneer, and it's not in Pioneer. Mirror Maid, Shadow Spear. Yeah, some standard cards. 3 to go. Come on, Death Render. Man, a lot of equipment. This is equipment chess day, apparently. Thespian stage. Well, one more shot. We have not had very good at our chess. Search for his Kanta. 35 play points. Value? Search for his Kanta? 24 cents. All right. Well, our chests weren't that great, but our deck was awesome. Our deck killed it. 5-0, 5-0. And that is the power of Heliod Company. Yeah, I mean, maybe we just do our wrap-up right here. I don't know what else to say about the deck. The deck is consistent because of Once Upon a Time and Collected Company. It has a nut draw that can win on turn 3. We played against Dredge multiple times. We were able to race Dredge. We were able to race Storm with the help of Damping Sphere. We were able to beat more fair interactive decks like the Saheeli combo deck, humans. So we kind of took on all stages of the modern meta. The fast goldfishy decks, the decks that are actually trying to interact with you to some extent. And we were able to beat all of them. Having a deck that can win fairly, which we saw, can also just gain infinite life on turn 3, which we saw, and as a backup infinite damage combo to close out the game eventually, which we also saw, I think, makes it for a pretty good deck. So I actually think this deck is legit. I would not be surprised to see this be a top tier deck in the modern format. The only thing I would say is there is a risk of Once Upon a Time getting banned. The combo would still be very strong, but it would knock the consistency of the deck down quite a bit. So if Once Upon a Time gets banned, but I guess like a lot of decks would be hit by that, all creature-y combo decks, but I could definitely see an argument for playing this over something like Devoted Druid Vizier combo. We're equally fast. one of our pieces is an indestructible god rather than a devoted druid that has to sit on the battlefield. And it seems like a pretty effective strategy. Also, worth mentioning that Infinite Life is enough to win most matchups. We ran into Felidar Guardian combo. Felidar Guardian combo does actually have the ability to be Infinite Life. There are a few other decks that can theoretically kill you with Infact, can mill you out, have Emeralds to shuffle their graveyard back in, that would lead to awkward situations. But for the most part, Dredge, Infinite Life does it. Storm, Infinite Life actually does do it. You can gain so much that they just can't get their Storm count high enough. Humans, Infinite Life does it. They can't deal infinite damage to you. They deal a lot of damage, but not infinite if you literally go to a million life. So all around, this deck seems good. The combo is not actually that hard to interact with on Moto. If you set the triggers right, you get to the point where all you got to do is keep clicking Spike Feeder. So the combo's pretty easy to click through. The deck's competitive, it's fast, it's consistent. If we 5-0 with it, I mean, that's a sign that the deck is good. So anyway, that's been our bunch of brew for this week. Heliod Combo Company for Modern. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.